Hello everyone, welcome to the first session of Business English. Today's topic would be useful expressions in business language. Alright, here's a little bit about me. Please rate, review, subscribe and recommend the course. Also please leave your suggestions and comments below. So apologizing. Let's start with apologizing because the moment you enter the job, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. I used to think I'm good in English, but when I joined the job, I actually realized that there are a lot of things we don't know. So apologizing has to be a very important part of your routine. So what all can you say? I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Please accept my apologies. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Whatever you want to say, right? So these are formal ways of apologizing. Next is prefacing bad news. When maybe something's not done, or maybe you've not been able to meet a deadline, or the growth doesn't look good, or the chart that you've made doesn't look as expected. I mean, the result is not as expected. So I'm sorry. I have to tell you this, but I hate to tell you this, but I don't know how to tell this to you, but I have some really bad news, or I have some bad news. And now I would like to say, what would you say when you have to write a formal written apology, right? So we regret to inform you that, or regretfully, so and so happened, or unfortunately, I haven't been able to do this, right? So when you're writing a formal apology, you cannot write I'm sorry, अरे चल यार माफ कर दे. You can't write all this. So in a formal written apology, you have to be very respectful, or you have to write it in a very elegant way. Next is asking for help. Again, something which which you would need more than often, because when you're going to a new workplace, you would need people's help, and you cannot just ask chal yaar help kar de. You can't say that, right? So if you want to ask for help formally, what would you do? Could you please do that for me, or could you please help me out? Would you please help me out? Would you mind doing this for me? Would you mind telling this to me? Then could you possibly do this? And here are some of the answers. Okay, no problem. Sure, I'd be glad to. Sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm sorry, I don't have the time right now. Right? So you have, you can obviously say no. I mean, or the other person can obviously also say no. But there are ways of doing it. We cannot just be very blunt in speaking. So you have to be very kind. Like you're saying, I'm sorry, I do not have the time right now. I don't have the time right now. So that way. Moving on, some more questions asking for help. Do you have a minute? Can you spare a few minutes? Could you do me a favor? Could I ask you for a favor? Can I ask you to? I need some help if you have some time. If you're not busy, I could use your help. Right? So these are also ways of asking. Next we have business introductions. Let's first go on to the informal ones, like when you want to introduce somebody. So this is my boss, Mr. Sharma. Jared, this is my secretary, Jyoti. And Jyoti says, good to meet you, nice to meet you. Or I'd like to meet you, I'd like to meet my co-worker. I'd like you to meet my co-worker, Anirudh Singh. Anirudh, this is Akansha. Hi, nice to meet you, my pleasure. Right? So these are all informal ways of greeting someone, or informal ways of introducing someone. There are some more. Have you met Jagmeet? Jagmeet, this is Meera. Or hi, I'm Karan Arora. I believe we've met. I'm Karthik. Right? Now we move on to business introductions that are formal. If you want to, formally introduce in front of everyone, or to a specific person also. So I'd like to introduce you to my dear friend, Mrs. Verma. Allow me to introduce myself, my colleague, Miss Antra. Let me introduce you to my colleague, Avinash Dikshit. Or Mr. Sharma, this is Ram Singh from Aerospace Incorporation. How do you do? It was a pleasure meeting you. So the important body language to remember is that there should be a smile on your face, there should be eye contact, and there should be a firm handshake. This is one thing I used to dislike about people. When people used to give me some lousy handshake, I used to be like, okay, probably he's not a spirited person. So when you're in business, you have to keep all your thoughts aside, and you need to smile. You have to be a pleasing person. So there should be eye contact and there should be a firm handshake. Okay, now moving on to company description. When you have to give the description of your company. So what company do you work for? Which company are you with? What do you represent? So I work for ABC company. I'm with ABC. I represent XYZ. Whatever is your company name. Okay, where are you located? The name of our company is, our company is located in, or our headquarters is in. And then what do you do? So you're basically trying to ask what type of business do you do. Then what business are you in? We're in computer business, or we're in computers. We sell so and so. We produce, I'm so sorry. We manufacture. Our major products are. So here you are going to give your company description. This is how you can give your company description. Okay, next is describing business activities. What do you do there? What do you do at ABC company? Right? If someone asks this to you, what all are you going to say? I'm in charge of marketing. I'm responsible for sales. I program computers. I recruit and train employees. What does your company do? We design softwares. We build storage units. We produce small appliances. We're in insurance business. Next is describing jobs. How would you do when you have to describe your job? Let's begin with the questions first. In case you need to ask somebody what job is he doing? What do you do? What do you do for a living? What's your occupation? What type of work do you do? Where do you work? And when you have to reply, I'm a salesman. If you have to tell your job in general, I'm in sales. That's also general. I'm in the toy business. Here you're specifying your industry. I'm working as a contractor in JBX. So here you're being specific. I'm a consultant for YXL. Again, you're being specific. Okay, next we move on to describing products. So tell me about this product. What can you tell me about this product? Can you give me some information or some detail about this? You can use information or detail, either of them. Or what is special or unique about this? What are the specifications? Then here you have some of the answers. Let me tell you about, this is our newest product. This is one of our latest designs. It is made of, it can be used for so and so. You can use it to produce something, whatever. Or you can dash 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 with it. This has, or this contains, this one features, this comes with, this is equipped with, this particular model, this is priced at, this costs. What are your current, okay, when you have to describe projects, what projects are you working on? So what are your current projects? What are you working on at present? What are your major initiatives in this area? Then some of the answers can be, we are currently working on, we are in the process of, we are developing, we are designing, we are building, we are marketing. Next is explaining. How would you explain? Can you explain your project to me, or can you tell me why this happened? What happened? Well, let me explain. Let me tell you why, and here's what happened. So now I've told you the replies and the questions. What else can you ask when you want to when you want somebody to explain, or when you want to explain yourself? Here can be some more answers. There's a good reason for this. The reason is, I'm sorry, I cannot tell you I cannot tell you that. Can I get back to you on that? This is the most common one that I have seen, which is being used across, at least which was used in my office on and off. That can I get back to you on that? Or I'll explain a little later. We'll come to that later. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Can we save that until later? Right? So these are all the possible answers that you can give if someone has asked you for an explanation. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot.